The history and origin of the Fire Baptized Holiness Church in Evanston is deeply rooted in the vision, prayers, and unwavering faith of the late Bishop W.E. Fuller Sr. One of his greatest desires was to establish a church in Evanston, Illinois. Though years have passed, the fruits of his labor continues to live on throughout the city and within the hearts of God's people. Many devoted leaders, filled with zeal for God and committed to the advancement of his kingdom, succeeded one another in guiding this small but faithful band of believers. Among them were Reverend P.S. McDaniel, Reverend Asal Williams, Reverend Hodge, Mrs. W.L. White, Reverend J. Johnson, Reverend A.L. McCracken, Reverend J. Slappy, Reverend U. Darkins, Reverend L.J. Jenkins, Reverend S.T. Riles, Reverend W.L. Niels, and Reverend A. Thompson. Through every season, their walk with God remained steadfast. Their lives reflected strength, dignity, perseverance, and a deep-rooted faith in the power of God. The church in Evanston began long before there was a permanent building or a designated place of worship. In 1923, Reverend P.S. McDaniel organized a church with only a handful of members. The early saints faced many hardships and obstacles. They encountered opposition and were often misunderstood because of their expressive worship, shouting, dancing, and wholehearted praise unto God. Yet, though oppressed on every side, they continued moving from place to place, determined to become established. By 1949, a faithful remnant of saints began praying earnestly for God to send someone to Evanston who could strengthen and lead the work. More than 20 years passed without a permanent place of worship. The people longed for a leader of vision and influence, someone who could restore hope, renew faith, and encourage the saints who had grown weary from the struggle. It seemed at times that all hope was lost, but as the saying goes, man's extremity is God's opportunity. After years of fervent prayer, God answered the cries of the faithful by sending Reverend Mrs. L.J. McCracken from Detroit, Michigan. Mother McCracken was truly an answer to prayer sent by God to rekindle the faith of the saints and breathe new life into the ministry. With determination and confidence, she declared, "We will build a church." Those words ignited hope and expectation within the congregation. At last, the dream of having a house of worship to call their own began to feel possible. In the face of adversity, Mother McCracken continually encouraged the saints to hold on and trust God for his blessings. Though there were many trials, tears, and sacrifices, and seasons of suffering, the people believed God would provide, and he did. Under the leadership of Mother L.J. McCracken, 1712 Hovland Court was claimed, dedicated, and consecrated as the tabernacle of God. It was more than just a building. It was the fulfillment of a promise and a testimony to the faithfulness of God. Year after year, Pastor McCracken faithfully paid thousands of dollars towards the church mortgage. Then, in 1976, as she was led by the Lord, she declared, "The time has come to pay off the mortgage." In April of that same year, by the grace of God, the debt was paid in full. God has richly blessed the ministry, and the saints of Faith Tabernacle continue to lift their voices in prayer and thanksgiving. They pray that God will always fill his church with truth and righteousness, for its foundation is built upon holiness, love, and faith. Its walls were raised in unity, and its furnishings are the fruit of the Spirit. We shall forever remain indebted to Mother McCracken for her vision, sacrifices, and unwavering faith. Today, Greater St. Peter Faith Tabernacle stands as a beacon light to those walking in darkness, a place where souls can come to find hope, healing, and salvation in Jesus Christ. As we celebrate our rich heritage, we honor our past, rejoice in our present, and press forward toward the future. We would be remiss if we failed to remember those who have gone on before us. Because of their faithfulness, the fire continues to burn, lighting the pathway for others and pointing souls to Christ. Many faithful leaders have followed in the footsteps of Pastor McCracken, and we salute them for their time, talent, vision, and sacrifice. Pastor Mary E. Nesbitt, Elder Ben Campbell, Elder George Clark, Elder William J. Culliver Jr., Elder M. Anthony Durham, and our current pastor, Reverend Joseph L. Roberts. Each has played a significant role in shaping the spiritual house we cherish today. The legacy of St. Peter lives on in every prayer lifted, every life touched, every soul encouraged, and every act of faith demonstrated. By the grace of God, the fire is still burning, and the ministry continues to stand as a witness of God's faithfulness in the Evanston community.